I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, but when you're constantly complaining about oh, everything is so expensive and I can't survive like this. I'm like, well, why do you think everything is so expensive, right? When I make that kind of question, that other person feels like they're being challenged. I'm not trying to challenge. I just want to know your perspective before I judge you. I want to know what you think, right, about how we all got to this point. And when I do that, some people just get like all defensive or and don't want to talk about it. They just don't want to talk about it. They just want somebody to fix everything for them, or they want somebody to pay their bills for them, or they don't want anything. I don't want to talk about how I got here. I just want a quick, easy way out. And I learned when I was a younger person. When I had that mindset, I can understand that mindset because I used to have it when I was a younger person, and it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't even help the person that's thinking like that. It just makes things worse. So what I learned is that it's better to understand myself in terms of like, well, how did I get here? how what are the actions that have brought me up to this point to say, oh my god, everything is so expensive. If I can, and when I do a little bit of self investigation, then I'm like, oh, I get it. But nobody wants to know about how they got from point A to point B. They just want a quick and easy fix. And obviously, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, and I don't want to insult anybody, but this is like the majority of American people today. And you're not gonna like me for saying that, and that's fine. You don't have to like me for saying that, and you don't have to like me. I don't seek people liking me. That's fine with me. But anyways, I mean, like I have going back to what I was saying before. I mean, I have family in New York. They're still in their little cuckoo mindset, thinking that oh, everything is fine here, everything is fine here, but it's really not. So I can understand that when everything is not okay or the way it should be in your life, you're probably going to make yourself delusional and make yourself think that everything is just fine. There's nothing wrong here. There's nothing wrong here. You're commuting to work and someone's getting raped and like in the subway, or you're commuting to work and someone's getting, stabbed in the subway, like everything is fine here. Yep, yep. Equality and no isms and everything is fine here and everything is fine. So I get that kind of mindset. You're gonna make yourself delusional because you have no other place to go. You're just so grounded into this um, way of thinking. You're grounded into this atmosphere, and this atmosphere is never gonna let you go. And you're kind of like aware of that, and you also don't want to go anywhere else because you're too afraid to do that. So you're just like, oh, everything's fine here. New York City is fine. I love New York City. New York City is the land of the free, and we accept everybody from any other country in the world, and we don't care. But once the problem shows up to your in your doorstep, you slowly begin to realize it, and you can start making choices from there. You can start saying, "Hey, I don't think this current mindset is the correct way to go about things," or you're gonna be like, "Oh, everything's fine here. Everything's fine here. Everything's fine here." And sadly, in New York City and in some, not only just in New York City, in some people's lives, instead of looking into themselves and realizing that they kind of made a mistake, and they just want to push everything away and they're like, oh no, everything's fine. It's not my fault. It's the other person's fault. It's Orange Man's fault or something like that. Or it's just someone. It's the economy's fault. It's never your fault. So I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, like I said before. But will say that what I will say, there is a personal there's a level, there's a threshold, right? There's a threshold of personal um responsibility that I don't think people just like grasp. I don't think people do that. And it sucks that they don't, right? But whatever, it's okay. I get it. I understand that people are going to be cowards. I understand that people are going to lie to themselves. I understand all of that. I'm just saying, hey, what if you just got up one day and you realized that you're just an F up and you made some bad mistakes, right? and then you were like, hey, maybe I could change this. Maybe I could stop. Maybe I could stop having this unhealthy meal in the morning. Maybe what if I just woke up a little bit early and started going to work on showing up to work on time? What if I got up a little bit early and actually got a job? What if I actually got up a little bit early and went out for a run? What if I actually started taking care of my health? What if I started actually being nice to my coworker? What if I just, I was actually, instead of being such a negative POS, what if I was just a positive person and actually looked at all the positive things in negative situations? What if I just completely change? What if I just did little things, right? Not I don't have to save the world, just little things day by day, little positive things that are going to help me out day by day, right? What if I just did that? Does that you know, thinking like that, it doesn't cost you anything. You're just thinking, what if, right? But you know something? I'm crazy and I'm a loser and I don't know anything. You know more than I do, and you're better than me, and I'm short and you're tall, and I'm fat, and you're skinny, and I'm dumb, and you're smart. And whatever you want to think. But, anyways, if you leave a comment down below, and I'm not going to tell you who to vote for.